In one of the poorest parts of Delhi, the pain of COVID-19 is inescapable. It's everywhere. The loss almost too much for Sapna Devi and her sons, left without their father, their husband, the family's breadwinner. He was gone in less than a week. I feel defeated, hopeless. She barely has enough strength to fight for the government compensation offered to COVID widows and orphans. She can't read or write, and still she's managed to amass all these documents to prove her husband died after catching the virus. It's overwhelming, she says. They tell me to run around town for different forms, and it could still take a full year to get any money. Help comes in the form of a local NGO. Community workers check in on her regularly. They're also handing out bags of food and money from private donors to widows and children who've lost loved ones to the virus. For Jyoti Gupta, it's a lifeline, the only support she has. I felt so alone, struggling through my husband's illness. She's getting some help now, sorting through what documents are needed, and she's lucky to have a crucial one, an official declaration that her husband died of COVID. Not everybody does.
The women have not stopped crying. The children have not stopped crying.
The NGO's founder has seen a steady stream of women and children just trying to survive, most unable to navigate the compensation system, that is, if they're even aware of it.
Are those schemes reaching who they are meant to be for? I think there's a massive gap. More than 90% of the people do not know from the urban slum clusters where we work, where Protsahan works. They do not have an inkling of such schemes being announced.
And it's a complicated maze. Some help for those who've lost a primary caregiver to COVID-19, like pensions and benefits, comes from the national government. The rest from the states. Here in Delhi, it's a one-time lump sum of less than $900. For children orphaned by the virus, the Indian government has promised to cover their school fees and health insurance and set up funds they can access when they come of age.
The worry at this Delhi orphanage is what about now? How to tackle the emotional weight of losing a parent so abruptly. Vikas and his brother are wading through it. I feel useless. It's terrible, he says. My mother died when I was a baby, and now I don't know how to plan for the future without my father. His younger brother Akash often feels uneasy, but day by day, he says, it's getting better. Vikas laser focused on leading a dance class for the other orphan boys. It helps drown out thoughts of the change in direction his life has taken. A distraction, too, on the playground. These children have lost parents to the virus, but they don't live at the orphanage. They have extended family to care for them. Still, they come here every day for the company and the solace. Outside, the perils are many. They're at higher risk of depression, of dropping out of school, of being exploited.
That should be frightening all of us.
For child protection officials, the scale of the trauma across the country is staggering.
It's nothing short of national emergency. 80,000 children losing one parent, and this country losing a whole generation potentially is a disaster that would be worse than COVID.
That pain, real and immediate for those left behind, trying to survive as best they can. Salima Shivji, CBC News, Delhi.